Welcome to GBDNtv. This is Business Notes. I'm Diane Bogino. We're coming to you from one of our favorite sponsors, Scalini's Italian Restaurant on Cobb Parkway. Our guest today is Clint Greenleaf. Clint is the founder and CEO of Greenleaf Book Group. GBG, an Inc. 500 company, is a leading publisher and distributor with several New York Times and Wall Street Journal bestsellers. Clint is a regular guest host on Fox Business and sits on the AOL HuffPost Small Business Board of Directors. In addition, he is a speaker and author. Clint, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thanks for having me today.
Now, Clint, you talk about business owners having a voice of authority. Can you explain that a little bit?
You bet, sure. It's really important that a business owner is known as the expert in their field. It's really the platform, and a lot of speakers talk about platform. Platform is who cares about what you're talking about. And we think it's really important that a lot of people know you're talking about your specific area of expertise. So for us, we like to build that voice of authority and build that platform for people.
And tell us what you mean when you give business owners the advice to uncurb their enthusiasm.
It's all about innovation. Innovative ideas really help grow a business. So for us, we found that if you can take a small, specific idea that someone in your team has come up with and grow that in a very innovative way, you can really help spark the growth that we've seen in high-growth businesses.
And I know that you talk a lot about sustainability, but how can a business, save the planet and still save money?
Right. Well, you can take small steps to do it. For example, with a name like Greenleaf, I kind of have to have a sustainable business model. But for us, the Green Press initiative is a very big project that's very hard to do. It's much easier for us to come back and do something like Tree Neutral, where instead of employing 5 different people to find out how to actually create sustainable printing, we just plant trees for every tree we chop down to print. And there's simple solutions for everything we do. So we track the number of trees. It's about 20,000 trees a year. We replant those 20,000 trees, and it makes up for the damage that we've done.
Good for you.
Thank you.
And you also talk a lot about vendors and how to better deal with them with small business people. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's a big mistake that too many customers treat their vendors like a kind of whipping boy. They're owed something by their vendors. So when you go out to eat with your banker, you're expecting to go out and get a free lunch. You go out and you expect to have your vendors treat you well. We take a very different approach. I actually have never gotten a free lunch on a banker. I always buy them lunch, I always buy for our printers. Everybody that we work with on a vendor side, we treat them like kings. And we found that they give us great data back. We get wonderful feedback from them on how we can grow our business. They give us better deals on pricing, obviously, but it's a much better relationship. The Walmart model doesn't work if you've got fewer than 20 billion in sales, roughly.
And tell us, what is the Greenleaf rule?
The Greenleaf rule is that whenever you have the choice of either laying somebody off or pressing your staff a little bit harder, we suggest pressing your staff a little bit harder. If you can lay people off, you're really just cutting costs, but you're also cutting your revenue stream. You're cutting your ability to serve your clients. You're cutting your ability to grow your business. Whereas if you lay on your staff and say, hey, times are tough, let's try and work a little bit harder. Can you give me an extra hour a day for 2 months while I figure this out? You're going to get the same level of cost. It's not going to increase for that, but you're going to get people to work that much harder. So it really can help grow your business without actually causing you the detriment of trying to save costs.
And tell us the secret to how an author can crack getting into that bestseller list.
Well, there's not really a secret for it. The best way to do it is that if you can take a lot of book sales that you know you're going to have over the course of the first 6 months before your book is released, and then turn those books into the sales process during the first week the book is released, a lot of people have been able to hit the list. But you still need about 10,000 copies sold during that first week to be able to make one of the major lists.
Clint, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate you coming in tonight.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We've been talking with Clint Greenleaf, speaker, author, and founder and CEO of GBG. Thank you for joining us on Business Notes. I'm Diane Bogino, bringing you business ideas you can bank on.